Oh, good evening, all my little lions, cubs, and other fluffs. Caddie here in the buff. Um, and we're gonna have a little story time. It's a pretty recent story time. It starts, well, actually, it starts a while ago. About 6 or more years ago, from what I can remember. I started every morning before work, instead of eating a breakfast product, drinking a little bottle of Ensure. Now, this was partially for a time saver and partially for to help lose weight. And for the most part, for the longest time here, things have been great. I would wake up on a work day, I would knock down that bottle real quick, and I wouldn't think about it. I honestly wasn't hungry until lunchtime, more or less. Occasionally on my break, I would grab a little bit of corn chips or something, but generally, I would not actually be really hungry until I was basically gonna be eating my lunchtime. So this was not a bad situation. Now, over the last year or so, there have been quite a few days where I'd have it, and then almost before I started work, I would get an extreme, tummy ache. Unhappy tummy, like sour, you were going to return your products tummy ache. Um, and on at least one occasion I did. uh, but it wasn't every day. It was actually really rare. Um, and then come last week. Last week was a bit of a change up. Uh, 3 days out of last week, both Autumn and I, who work the same job, were scheduled for training, which happened early, which means we both had to get up early, like several hours before we each normally be waking up, and be sitting there mentally aware enough to learn. I had kicked coffee as a day-to-day thing long ago. This is the times when I would have coffee, though, because yeah, I wouldn't have slept enough. There's no way. I'm old enough that, oh, you gotta wake up early 3 days out of this week. I'll just go to bed sooner. That's not how things work. Even if you do go to bed sooner, you don't sleep quite right, and then you wake up and you're tired, and it's not a 100% situation. Not at all. Um, so, for one thing, I'm tired. I get up, come down, I have my drink thing, and straight up, oh, it's not feeling it day one. And then I go upstairs where the coffee is, and I make myself a cup of coffee, and I start sipping, and I go, oh, this is not where the happiness is, because I already have sour tummy, and now I'm ingesting hot coffee on top of it. It did not work out so well. I kept it all down, but I had to take like a couple of antacids just to make it through the first part of the day. Not fun. This repeated the second day. The third day, I was smart. After I drank my breakfast, I ate the antacids already. Uh, and I made it through, but at the point when you're taking a pill to make another thing not react the moment you take it, you start to question, is this a good idea or a bad idea? Probably a bad idea. Friday, our worlds have basically returned to normal. Now, I can accept right now, the next day after 3 days of messed up sleep schedule, your body is still not 100%. So, yes, I got a tummy ache that day too. Not as bad because I wasn't super sleepy when I drank the milk product. Um, and I was having to sit there being super attentive trying to learn things. So, I only took one antacid that time, and I was okay. Like, all right, fine. Weekend, I don't normally drink them. I eat breakfast whenever I end up feeling like it, which is rarely close to very morning. We're talking 11 or noon. I actually end up eating breakfast because I am normally not really a big morning food guy. And I realized that long ago, too. I think that's part of the reason why the Ensure worked as a breakfast replacement because I wasn't really hungry anyway. But I figured, come back Monday morning, Tuesday, I'm go back to my roll, drink my Ensure, things should be back to normal. Oh, the nope. Both Monday and Tuesday, though on my regular sleep schedule, my regular wake quality, more or less, can't promise anything, I got sour tummy both days. This was not a happy thought. So I decided we're going to try something different on Wednesday, which is today. Just to let you know, this is recorded on the Wednesday of that. I decided I'll just skip it. And I did. Um, First off, no tummy ache. Obviously, good thing. Tells me where the tummy ache was definitely coming from. No question. Um, Secondly, I wasn't as tired, which got me thinking eating something that gave me a tummy ache every day, even if it wasn't like a noticeable tummy ache, something in my body was needing to process enough to, which would potentially cause yucky, means my body was occupied. So I was actually less tired today. Uh, and a weird benefit, which is kind of counterintuitive to why I would have had drank the Ensure anyway, I stayed not hungry longer. And I even tried to think about food quite a few times, and it didn't really trigger that I was hungry until like less than a half hour before my lunch break. A lot of times I am like jonesing by, halfway through my first work period. This time, it's right as I was coming down to set up my sandwich for lunch on my 15-minute break. I take it as late as I can, so yeah, it was less than a half hour before my lunchtime. I'm making up my sub sandwich, and I'm starting to feel hungry. And to that, I give some credit to also, I'm smelling lunch meat and vegetables. Of course, that's going to make me hungry, and I have them on my hands. Um, but I made it all the way through that. Came down and ate my lunch, and it felt good. Took my usual lunch nap. I think that's part of my life now. Is I often nap on my lunch, but that's okay. That actually helps me get through the rest of the day better. Um, so yeah, this is day one of trying that. So we'll see how it goes by the end of the week. But yeah, I had no negative effects to not drinking the Ensure for breakfast. So if I was just spending the money on these things, ingesting the extra calories I didn't need, and only getting negative effects from it, well, I don't see a point in that. Um, could I potentially have been absorbing some of the vitamins and minerals that were in there? Possibly. But generally, at the point when something has caused, like, sour tummy, your body's not trying to absorb that. Your body's just trying to get rid of that. Either reverse hoe or as quickly as it can through the other way. And, well, yeah. Not that I had diarrhea out of this any normal time, but if my body's just pushing it through to push it through, then I'm not going to be getting anything positive out of it. If anything, just tummy ache. And I didn't feel logy. I didn't feel like I was lacking anything this morning. So, probably no, I was just wasting time and money and energy by drinking and Ensure in the morning. Heh, go figure. Uh, but yeah, that was an experience for today. I'm looking forward to trying it again for the next couple of days. See how that rolls. If I get any negative effects, I'll definitely let you know. Uh, if I remember. Now that my sister is out of the house, I can get back to regularly recording talking videos as I can think of things to talk about. Not to get back in the habit of thinking of things to talk about on the videos, so I'll work on that. I have a few ideas in my head. I'll start mashing them out in video format in the future. Anyway, that is my ensuring conversation for tonight. I hope you get a little out of that. Oh, and one of the reasons why it might have been causing me problems was I am a little lactose intolerant, moderately lactose intolerant. But they hadn't bothered me up until recently, at least not that I could notice. Um, so it may just be my tolerance is going down, or they slightly changed their chemical formula. Who knows? But yeah, didn't seem to bother me till recently. Now it does, so I'll just let them off to the side. The bad part is I still have a 24 pack out in the garage and about half a 24 pack in the pantry. So I have a minor investment worth of I probably can't have these. The worst things have happened. Anywho, thank you for spending time listening to me babble about drinking things that weren't alcohol. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit the little dingly bell for the little dingly bell. I'll let you know when I post new videos. And of course, both my Patreon link and my Coffee link are in the description box below. Both of which do help support the channel, help put food in this lion's belly, which I'm sure you appreciate doing. Not sure, probably. And help me buy better light equipment and camera equipment, other fun stuff to help make better videos. But for now, this little lion's going to toddle off and probably make the vixen his dinner before he gets off work. So for now, Caddie appreciates you and looks forward to seeing you all again on the next video. Now, bye bye, all my little fluffies.